Hopefully you've noticed that in the past couple weeks, our Sunday readings are tending towards talk of heaven. Just last week in Romans chapter 8, Paul says, the sufferings of the present are as nothing compared to the glory that will be revealed. He's trying to keep our eyes fixed on heaven, despite what you see in this world and what we're experiencing right now. This is a great message for us right now today. What you're experiencing right now, keep your eyes fixed on the glory that will be revealed. You may have noticed too that whenever the scriptures talk about the kingdom of heaven, especially when Jesus talks about it, the one who has been there, the man who came from heaven, he only talks about it in metaphors. Why does he talk about it in metaphors? Because, as Paul says in 1 Corinthians, he says, no eye has seen, nor has ear heard what God has prepared for those who love him. We haven't seen it yet. We can't even imagine what we're going to see. It's so much greater than anything on this earth. This earth is just a sacrament. Churches are meant to be a sacrament of the kingdom of heaven. We're supposed to experience something in our churches by the windows, by the altars, by the ceilings, by the majesty of a church. It's a foreshadow of what we will experience in heaven. But even then, it pales in comparison. But Jesus, when he talks about it, he says things like this. He says in John chapter 14, it's like my Father's house. I'm going to invite you into a place of refuge, into a place of comfort. I'm going to invite you into a place where you will be eternally at rest. And it'll be like you're at home. It'll be the greatest rest you've ever experienced. Except for you will be with me. You'll be guided. You'll be protected in all things. Today, in today's readings, he says this. He says, it's like a treasure in a field, or it's like a pearl in a jeweler's shop. And if you only knew how good they were, you would sell everything. You would forsake everything in your entire life just to have it, just to gain that. You would give everything up. So the question for us is, are we desiring heaven that much? Are we keeping our eyes on the goal in the midst of the confusion? In the midst of all of the distraction, are we keeping our eyes on the glory, on the kingdom, on the pearl, on the treasure that is being offered to us, that we have a chance to live in the Father's house? That's what we should be dreaming about today and every Sunday. You know, my own metaphor is, sometimes I think about the kingdom of heaven as walking into a beautiful church. We're standing outside. We're just desiring to get in. Lord, let me back into these churches. Lord, let me be in your presence. Let me to receive your presence in the Eucharist, in your Father's house. Let me see that glory, those jeweled streets that Revelation chapter 21 talks about. Let me see the precious treasure that heaven is, this foreshadowing. It's like being in the vestibule, just waiting to get in, and you're looking from the outside, and you just say, I just want to be in there. And I want to be in there with the Lord. One of my favorite authors, Dr. Peter Kreeft, he says this: no one has ever longed for the heaven that they could imagine themselves, but everyone longs for the heaven that no eye has ever seen. Y'all, let's keep dreaming about what heaven is like. Let's take the Lord at his word, Jesus Christ. Let's also take Paul at his word. Let's continue to strive for the kingdom of heaven.